Welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. I'm going to carry on with episode 2 of the Cleric guide playthrough. So in the last episode we managed to level up our stats. So we've got 25 faith and we've got 12 attunement. So we can equip 2 spells, and because we've got 25 faith we can now go and collect our awesome spell for the first part of the game. I've got to get my bearings a bit, so what we need to do now is get past that dragon and get to the next bonfire. Once we get to that point we can then get the lightning spear, and you'll see that once we get it, it really makes a difference on fighting some of the harder enemies, especially bosses. So we're doing alright. So let's just get over here. So what we need to do is entice the dragon to jump down, not get burnt alive. So it's just a bit of dragon baiting, as one of my viewers said before on this. So you can shoot it with a bow and it'll come down, or a throwing knife, but I don't really have any of them. I mean, I might have some throwing knives. Okay. So this might take a bit of time, but we'll see what happens. And that's it. So we're going to run through, we're going to grab the claymore, and I'm going to leave that item for in a minute, and we're going to dodge around this corner. So now the dragon's going to do his thing. We might as well put these sad hollows out of their misery. I mean, you don't get many souls from them, 24 apart from not much. So this area, this is where we're going to have to pray. So we pray at the altar of sunlight, and we enter the covenant. And now we have the miracle lightning spear, which is exactly what we wanted. So before we go, we're going to learn the gesture, praise the sun. I'm sure anyone that's played Dark Souls knows that one. And it looks like, oh hang on, let's change that one. No, I don't want that. I mean, that's quite cool to be fair, but the one we want is where is it? This one, which looks like this, very holy, and absorb the sunlight. Okay, so now we're going to rest at this bonfire because the dragon will still be there, and we're going to rest because we need to attune our magic. So we go attune magic, select our second spell slot and pick lightning spear. Now the good thing about this spell is that it's really powerful and you get 10 charges of it. And yep, so all we do, we've got 10 lightning spears, great. So what I'm going to do now is kindle this bonfire, because it's one that we will probably use a little bit, especially yeah, I think it's worth doing once. So we'll just use 1 humanity, and then we'll reverse hollow in, because that way it gives us 10 Estus flasks, and if we're going to try and take on that Black Knight up there, it might be worth having. So, and I think I will take him on, we'll see, I don't know, I'll think about it. Okay, so let's just have a look up here, make sure the dragon isn't there. He's not, so we're going to grab this and dodge all this, and just for safety we're going to do that. Okay, so we've got that. How is he still shooting me? So I need to see what stats we need to use the claymore, because it will be useful for us. I think, like I said before, it's handy to have a range, longer range weapon. So we need 16 strength, 10 dexterity. So we need to put 2 points into dex, and that's what I'll be doing next. before I put it anywhere else. So in a second we're going to see how useful Lightning Spear is, but I'll take this guy out first. And I'm still deciding whether to go for the Black Knight or not. Now, I think there's going to be another one. See, as you can see, our mace, the damage isn't great. That's because of where we've put all our points. And yeah, so luckily I kindled that bonfire. So this is where the Astora straight sword would come in handy, but I didn't bother getting that, so let's just get rid of these. So you know, you can see they do a lot of damage. So I'm pretty sure he was blocking that. Oh. Right, so now the boar I can't lock onto him. Ah, missed. Okay, so this isn't going as smoothly as I thought it would. And as you can see, one hit kills him. So, you know, that could have been better. I think I'm going to try and take on this knight. I might as well try it at least once. Oh wait, I need to get my souls. And the problem is with the Lightning Spear, it does give you a full sense of security. It's important not to rely on it, because a lot of enemies are much quicker than you know, than the cast time's quite long. Right, let's try and do something here. Now theoretically I should be able to just dodge around him, which didn't work out particularly well. Well, I need to get some space, I think. Is he following me? No, he's not. He's there. No. I've only got him once. So that did make it easier. We got the Black Knight Greatsword, which is a really good weapon that we're not going to be using. So, you know, unlucky. So let's rest, see if I can level up a little bit. So I'm going to put right, I'm going to put it in strength, because we can get the dexterity later, because we're not going to use a claymore just yet anyway. And so yeah, we've done him. So yeah, we'll just make our way through here like normal, and I'm going to entice them out because I'm not strong enough to. Or could just walk through. So I kind of had a feeling that I would have trouble with this area for some reason. I think it's like a mental thing. Yeah, so we have to be a bit careful, and it's good to remember your actual fighting abilities as well. This is why I said it's a good idea if you're quite new to the game to spread the levels out a little bit. But let's see how we get on. So we've got a few of these. We should be able to just get through these. And I didn't want to do that. I mean, a claymore would be quite handy here. And the mace will come into play a bit later because it, I think I might have mentioned in the last one, it does something called strike damage, which is particularly good against heavily armoured warriors. So luckily for us, there's a big guy that's guarding the Estus shard, so we can try the mace out on him. I need to drink my health potion. Okay. But the thing is, once we level up our mace a little bit, which is what we'll do pretty soon, then it starts to catch up pretty quick. So again, we've got some border knights coming up here, so the best thing to do is just not give them any time to do anything. We've got the knight shield, but I think if I equip that it's going to make me roll slower, so I'm going to stick with this one until we get the crest shield from Oscar. So we'll have to take a trip back down to the asylum, but not till a bit later. So we'll get the attention of this border knight here, and the problem is I think he's a little bit too fast for us to use. Yeah, he is, unless I can time it right, which I did. Excellent. So yeah, sometimes you've got to use a bit of strategy with this. No. Oh, and I keep forgetting to use my heal. Okay, so let's carry on. What we'll do, we'll go around here, we'll take these border knights out. Take this one out. And we've got the basement key. So yeah, things are going okay. Okay, blocked it, which isn't ideal. You made the fatal mistake of healing during combat. Speaking of which, I'm going to use my heal spell. And now we've got two border knights in here, which we should. I mean, these sometimes drop titanite shards, which are really helpful, but these guys didn't. I mean, this is a mistake. Yeah, so they didn't drop anything, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure how many I've picked up. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the blacksmith, see what we can do there. We should be able to get our mace up at least to 5 because we can buy the shards. And I've run out of lightning spears. So I'm going to have to use the old-fashioned shield and mace. I mean, these take 4 to kill, which isn't good. So. Okay, we don't need that. Right, so yeah, the big knight is in there. Let's go to Andre first. Hopefully we can level our mace up a little bit, because it will make a difference. And you know, once we've put points into dex and we can use our claymore, we'll level that up to 5 as well, because that's going to be our divine weapon. This bonfire I'm going to kindle as well, because we use it a lot.
Well, I'm up with it.
Yeah, what can you do for me? So, at the moment we don't have any titanite shards, which is really disappointing. But we do have a lot of souls, so I think we need, is it 6? I mean, I can only buy 4, so we'll start with that. So it looks like we can get to +2. Oh, we can actually get to +3, that's good. Okay, that's good. So we could farm for titanite shards or just get souls and buy it. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So first of all, let's kindle this. Now I know I'm using a lot of humanity, but at the beginning it's quite good to have these at +10. And we'll get more humanity anyway, the more bosses we kill, and if we decide to kill some NPCs we can get some more. Right, and there's an NPC here. I don't know if he's going to be here or not, but he's the big onion bro, as they call him. Sigmire of Katarina, I think. And we need to follow his quest line, because we'll get a miracle out of it later on. Oh, I'm not going to spoil it by telling you what miracle it is, because to be honest, I can't remember. But also, if you follow it all the way through, you get a titanite slab from him, which is good.
I am quite honestly for a gate. No matter.
So what he's saying there is that he can't get through this gate, and he wants our help to get through it, which we'll be able to do a bit later. Alright. So I think the best thing to do now is get our, what's it called, Estus shard. And with the lightning spear I'm going to show you a good way to get rid of the channer up there that buffs the hollows and makes it awkward if you've played it before. If you haven't, you'll see what I mean. So we'll take these guys out. Sometimes they drop titanite shards as well. And yeah, our mace is doing more damage now. Let's see what it is like one-handed. So yeah, it takes 2 hits to kill it. That's fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go around, I'm going to kill the border knights, just in case they drop the titanite. And if not, it's souls, isn't it? So, right, we've got his attention as well. And it's quite nice because the last playthrough I did was purely melee, and it's quite nice having like a ranged option that isn't just like a bow or a throwing knife or whatever. It's too close. Oh. Okay, so they didn't drop anything, so let's take the knight out. Now I could use the lightning spear on the knight, but I feel like the mace might do something if what I've read is right with the strike damage. So we'll lure him out into this arena. I mean, I could get a cheeky little lightning spear on him. Let's have a look. I mean, he blocked it, but so yeah, he only took what, 3 hits was that, and the lightning spear. We got a shard as well. So yeah, I think the mace is probably better later on. But to be fair, if I'd used the claymore, it would have taken at least, what, 5 or 6 hits. Right, so this is an important bit, because we've got the channel up there. Now I'm going to see if I can snipe him. Should be able to. Problem is, his spells are a lot faster than mine. Oh, it's hitting the wall. So yeah, it only takes 1. So we did get him, that's good. So what I'm going to do is back to Andre, get our mace to +5, and then we'll go and top up our Estus. But yeah, what that does, a channeler doesn't respawn, you see, so when we go back up there, we'll just be facing normal hollows and not buffed hollows. It's still probably going to be difficult, but we'll manage.
Well, use me.
Right, reinforced weapon. Can I do my mace? I need another 2, and then I think it's... So I think I need another 4. 2, 3, 4. I can only get 3, damn it. However, we do have some souls to pop. Yeah, so I need... Oh, hang on. I need 3, and I've got 2, so I only need 1 more. So we should be able to just buy something. Let's use one of these. I only need 800. 4 short. That's alright. Let's use one of these.
Well, use me.
Yes please. I need to buy something. One of them. Okay, so we've got a +5 mace, which is really good. Next thing to do is up our dex by 2 and then boost the claymore,
Don't get yourself killed.
which we'll be able to do easily soon once I hand this in. So now we'll open the shortcut, not that way. And you never know, these hollows might drop titanite shards, we'll see. And you know, you can just do the kind of circuit of killing the border knights and all that, but I don't like farming. I don't think it's something that really needs to be done unless you really want to. Because you can always pick up souls later. Depends how quickly you want it. So they didn't drop anything. Let's go and open this shortcut. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to have time to go through to the bell gargoyles, but we'll basically do all this sort of housekeeping, get back to Andre, and I think, well, we'll see how much time we've got, but might as well pick that up while I'm here. And you know, this guy will probably buy miracles from him later, but we need to kill some bosses for that because they're quite expensive. And at the moment we'll be able to do alright with heal and lightning spear for quite a long time. Now why am I here? Oh yeah. So we do this. Okay, I think we've only got one, yeah. And yeah, I could homeward bone back, but I'm going to just run because it's not actually that far. So as you can see, the playstyle of the cleric is completely different to like the knight or the warrior. It's like, especially if you're doing it this way, because we really don't have a lot of stamina or endurance because we haven't spent any points in it. But we've got a really powerful lightning spear and a powerful heal as well, so you know, it kind of swings and roundabouts. But once we get the claymore, once we get the +2 on the dex, then literally we'll just be putting points into vitality and endurance and attunement when we start buying more miracles, which won't be till a little bit later. And I think our goal for attunement is 19, which I think gives us 5 spell slots, so that'll be plenty for all of the spells that we're going to use for the rest of the game. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend my souls and just level the claymore up a couple if I can. Because pretty soon we'll be getting the gargoyles, the moonlight butterfly we're going for as well. Because we need our divine ember for our divine claymore. So you know, it's good to start doing that now. So I'm just going to use all of these. I don't know what each one's worth, I still don't remember. But it should give us enough for at least a couple of shards. 16, so that's 2. So yeah, we can only really do 2, but that's fine. It's better than nothing. And that's the thing with this game as well, like little by little is a lot better than saving up, in my experience. Because you save up and then you die, if you're like me, and you lose all your souls, and then it becomes a problem. So the problem we've got now is we need to buy these, don't we? Cheers. So I can only get 2. So I think we've got 3. But I don't have enough souls. Okay.
Don't get yourself killed.
Let's go and get some souls. So yeah, I wouldn't really class this as farming. It's just I need to pick up a few to level it up. And I didn't even look to see how many I need, so I'm just gonna do one circuit of killing everything around here, and that should be enough. And we might get some more Titanite, so we'll see. Oh, not one of these is dropping. Normally I get something. Anything? Nope. So yeah, I'm going to be unlucky and I not get one. Anything? No. Okay, so we didn't get any drops, but we should have enough to level up. And the good thing is now, because we've got that range, the Titanite demon down there we should be able to take out with the lightning spears. Theoretically, I mean at the moment it's doing quite a lot of damage, so we'll see.
Well,
Right, let's buy stuff. So I can only buy one. Oh, that's uncomfortable. Okay, so we should be able to do it at least once. Alright, we've got +1. That'll do for now. So yeah, basically I wanted to do that before I went into the next area to fight the gargoyles. So I think I'm going to leave it there. And thanks for watching. If you want to see more Cleric info and if you've learned something, please like and subscribe, and please leave a comment if you've got any tips. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.